welcome to another episode of the PALS and Careers and Employability Service podcast. Today I'm here with Joanne. Hi, Joanne.
Hello, how are you, Megan?
I'm great. How are you?
I'm good. Thank you.
So last time we spoke to Rebecca, one of the careers advisors at QMU, about what to expect when you attend an appointment with the career service and the types of things that the career service can help you with. Today, we will be talking about the careers fair and why you should be interested in attending and how to prepare for them. So it's maybe important to start off with for those that are new to the university or maybe haven't attended a careers fair before, to explain what is a careers fair, Joanne.
It is basically an event when employers will come to the university looking for staff or promoting their opportunities, whether it's something they have at the moment or something that they will have in the future. So it is really an opportunity to meet employers and discover from them what are their opportunities, and also to see if the students are interested in those opportunities and the type of employer, the benefits those employers offer. Yes.
Yeah, so what would you say are some of the advantages from a student's perspective about attending a careers fair?
Well, the number one benefit, in my opinion, is that the opportunity to build relationships with prospective employers. Recent studies show that about 80% of all jobs are built through networking. So use this time to stand out to recruiters as someone who could benefit their company. There are other things that are really interesting by attending a careers fair. So another important reason is is the ability to find job openings within your industry. Studies show that the majority of jobs are not published on the internet. This means that job-seeking individuals might be spending their time surfing the web for a job when they could be out there talking to employers and making connections in person. And a third benefit I would suggest is career fairs offer job seekers a chance to make a lasting impression on employers by interacting with them personally. It is impossible to make this type of connection when submitting a CV. In addition, meeting a job recruiter for a company in person could potentially make up for what your CV may lack. So a career event allows you to dress, talk, and present yourself in a memorable way. And after all, this could ultimately allow you to get your foot in the door with a company that interests you.
Those are really interesting statistics about, the importance of networking. That's something that's really interesting. So what sort of opportunities can arise from attending? I know you've sort of covered some of that already, but maybe along the lines of what kinds of employers students can meet as well.
It really depends on the event. Normally, we have two types of careers fair. The one that have for big employers, so big organizations like big banks and big hotels, and they are looking for graduates or people who will work for them once they graduate. And those are proper careers events, so people looking for a career in a specific industry. On the other hand, the ones we tend to do at Queen Margaret are more about part-time work experience, as well as sometimes graduate opportunities. But we've been doing these events for about 21 years now. And it's really to help students to prepare for the time they leave university. So gain experience, gain skills, and obviously to find a job that helps them to pay for their expenses.
Yeah. So for some students, it might be slightly daunting to attend one of these events where they need to speak to these employers. And from our conversation earlier, Joanne, you mentioned that preparation is really key for attending a careers fair, didn't you? So what kind of preparation would you suggest?
First of all, I would say not to be nervous, because I think you know, it can be nerve-breaking to go to a careers fair or to attend an interview, but you really want employers to see how you are rather than be nervous. So try not to be nervous, go there naturally. So you may want to do something to be able to be like that when you're at the event, you know. In terms of preparation to prepare for the employers, is to think about what you want to get, what you want from a careers fair. Inside knowledge about the profession, is it tips on how to apply for a job? Or is it about what employers think about your CV? So think, what do you want to get from that? Second point I would suggest is to gather as much information about the careers fair as possible. So make sure you pick up a program of events and a map from the organizers. It's best to work out a provisional itinerary, who you want to see. If you have a limited time, what companies are of interest to you. Third, I would say check out who is attending. So research the companies who will be showing up at the event and make up a list of those that appeal to you. So research is very, very important. Preparation is very important. I would add to that perhaps to write down a list of questions or think about a list of questions that you want to ask the employers. Design them to show that you researched the company beforehand and that you are enthusiastic to know more about them, that you have really keen interest to work for that company. You could also ask them about their career and what they enjoy about working in the industry. So you get an insight of how it feels to work for that company or in that industry. In terms of maybe we mentioned, like, you know, not to be worried and not to find it so daunting. So preparation is important. So perhaps students could prepare like a pitch or something they want to say. So prepare a brief introduction about your knowledge, skills, and abilities. It's a great way to educate your listener about your qualifications. Having something prepared will make it easier to approach company representatives. So you can think about your strengths, your career aims, and the skill you have that the company will find attractive. If you are not sure, don't worry, because this is an opportunity to figure out whether you really want to go in that industry as well. In terms of part of the preparation, again, make sure you have your CV it's ready with you. Bring along some copies in case employers ask for a copy of your CV. Dress accordingly. So it's not about wearing a tie, but really dress accordingly so that imagine you want to work in a 5-star hotel. You know, they want somebody who looks good. So dress to impress. And yeah, and follow up, you know, with an application form or a CV to that company or a phone call or an email. That always is a good thing.
Yeah, so that's some really useful advice that you've given there, Joanne. Are there any sort of good specific employer questions that you would suggest students prepare before an event? Is there anything that, you know, you would suggest that students keep in their back of their mind to ask these employers?
I don't know if I would suggest any specific questions, but if they have somebody from the department where they want to work at the careers fair, perhaps ask them about their jobs. How are their jobs? Do they enjoy their jobs? Do they enjoy working in that company? How does it feel to work for that company? Why working for that company rather than other companies? What are the career prospects in that company? So there are many questions that the students could ask, but you know, any questions that students feel they want to ask is, you know, they should ask, because you know, that's is quite an important thing that they decide based on whether they like that company or not. So if they have any specific question they are not sure, they should ask them.
Yeah, and I think something important to mention is that these employers really do want you to go and ask questions as well. They want to know what you want to know and they want to be there to answer your questions as well. So never feel like you can ask the questions that you really do want to know.
Yeah, I agree with that. Yes, Megan.
So there is a careers fair this month. So it's currently September 2021 right now. Do you want to give some information about that, Joanne?
Yeah, so it's our annual recruitment event, and this year is going to be on the 30th of September. It's going to be at the tent outside the student union next to the bus stop on the 30th of September from 11 a.m. to 2 p.m. And we are going to have fantastic a number of employers. So we're going to have employers from hospitality and retail, including the Hilton, Fort Kinnaird, or St. James Quarter. We're going to have healthcare organizations, including Enable Scotland, First Hand, Autism Initiatives, Harmony Recruitment. The ambassador program, the QMU ambassador program for those students who want to work on campus will be there, with giving information about what it means to be a student ambassador at QMU. And we will also have volunteer organizations like Equal Futures, Volunteeris Lothian, and many others. So it's a fantastic event on the 30th of September from 11 to 2 p.m. At the tent.
Great. And how can students sign up for this if they would like to attend?
We will ask students to book a slot just for health and safety regulations at the moment. We can only allow so many people at the one time. So we're going to ask students to book a slot from a time to another, let's say half an hour or 20-minute slot where they will come to the event. So if students stick to that, we will allow them to go inside. If they forgot, they can still come and see if there are any spaces to go in, but they may need to queue.
All right, I see. Great. So that sounds fabulous about the new careers fair this year. It sounds like there's going to be lots of great employers. Is there anything that you would like to add, Joanne, before we wrap up?
No, just please come along to this year event. It gives you a taste for bigger events organized when you are a graduate and you're looking for graduate employment. And as I say, it's an opportunity to really make the most of your life at university as a student, build your career, your experience and skills that will help you to find work when you finish your degree.
Perfect. So remember, if you would like to contact the Careers and Employability Service, you can do so at careers@qmu.ac.uk. You can also follow the Careers and Employability Service on social media. And you can also follow PALS QMU on Instagram to listen to our other podcasts, and these are also available on YouTube.